So, I can't stop spinning. I just got back from Phoenix, Arizona, and I flew down there to teach workshop classes for a Chris Catamella. The dude is awesome. We had a great time. Also, taught down at the Circus farm and did a nice little fire show down there, and I gotta say, man, it feels really good to be back. My arm is getting better every day. As you can see, I can finally do my table bounces. And every day my shoulder gets better, and I just feel like the Hulk is like coming back into me, and it feels good. So, welcome back to nunchakutricks.com. I know it's been a little while. There's a lot of things coming up around the corner. Most importantly, there's Costa Rica 2014. It's going to be April, the day after Easter. We're going to spend a whole week in Costa Rica. We're talking spinning by the beach. You're going to train on nunchucks. We're probably going to get into staff, and we might even get into my brand new staff, which is called the H staff. If you've ever thought about going on a vacation next year, this is the one you should go to. There's going to be a bunch of awesome people, just like me. We're all going to be training and learning together. And it's Costa Rica. Oh my God. So, I want to invite you to Costa Rica next year, for sure. And also, if you ever want some workshops in your city, be sure to get in contact with us, because we're plotting it already. We're going across the United States next year. There's going to be a really nice, we just have a good plan for Nunchakutricks. We're going to be teaching all different kinds of fire dancing props as well. With that said, we're going to get started, because I know you've been really dying to get some new classes in. Now, if you remember in the first video, I was talking about how you have this imaginary line that moves perpendicular according to wherever the audience is, as opposed to where I am. So if I'm over here and the audience is here, I'm still creating a flat plane on this side, no matter which way I turn. The art of drawing imaginary lines is extremely important, and it's something I wanted to help you work on, because something I've noticed is sometimes, and this doesn't always hit chucks, this is just with about any prop. Well, what'll happen is if I'm on a very straight plane, you'll see very solid circles when I'm spinning. But if I'm not on a straight plane, the circles won't be so clear. Matter of fact, you may even lose the effect. For instance, you can't really see the circles here. Now, being able to see circles may not be as important if you're doing it for yourself, because when you're spinning for yourself, it's a feeling thing. But when you're a performer, or if you want to do it in front of people, especially if you have fire or glow, you're going to leave tracers, you're going to leave trails, and then you have to think more like, I'm painting with light. So this makes a much bigger difference if you do it here as opposed to here. So keep that in mind when you're drawing imaginary lines. And I also wanted to tell you, anytime that you have anytime you're working on a plane, it's just not straight, or it's just kind of curving, oftentimes your arm in order to get your arm to train it, one, use a wall, find any wall you want, and stand in front of the wall kind of far back, and slowly edge closer as you keep doing the same move. Now you're going to notice you're probably going to hit the wall a little bit earlier, like that. So let's say it's not completely straight like that. The other thing I can tell you is to straighten out a plane, your hand either has to turn a little bit, you may have to adjust your wrist a little bit, or the other option might be, if your wrist does feel straight, your hand is either going to move up and down until it straightens out, or it's going to move left and right. This can kind of teach the muscle memory. So when in doubt, if your plane's not straight, try it against the wall. If that doesn't work, adjust your wrist slightly. Make sure it's never bent awkwardly. And then lastly, try an up and down motion or a side to side motion. Today I just wanted to demonstrate all different kinds of wrist rolls. This is going to be a very quick tutorial video. I'm just going to give 1 or 2 hinters for each wrist roll, and we're going to try to just nail it. So hope you enjoy. Front grip, pull the chain over like that. You open your hand and exchange it. You're in the back grip, goes over to the front like this. You're going to make sure it goes over the back of your fist, it's clearing over your thumb, and you open it. You're in a back grip, you swing it across your wrist, and you're aiming for the back of your palm right here. As soon as it hits right here, you open your hand, and it goes to this grip. Back. Take your thumb, push it straight in front, like it's going to be perpendicular like this. You're aiming for right here. Do you see how the chain goes across the bottom of the wrist and across the back? Once it clears that, you're aiming for this to return through the gap between your pointer finger and your thumb, front to front. So the 720, you're going to hold it in the middle grip. You're not going to hold it up high, you're going to hold it kind of middle. You're going to dip it down just like the other one, except you're going to give it a little bit of an upward push to get the momentum to go through. It's going to go across twice. Now it's going to be rolling across your wrist, so you have to reach down to grab it. 720. Go back to back. Move your hand in the exact opposite rotation of the nunchuck. You're doing the exact same thing, except for you're going in the opposite rotation of your hand. Just like a back-to-back. Hands moving one direction, chucks are moving the opposite. The wrist guides the chain. So I'm going to touch on the outside of my wrist, palms facing down, rotate my wrist up and grab. Reverse syncopated, you're going to do the exact opposite. You're going to go into a back grip. You're going to do this wrist roll, and remember this was also in the videos, except for it's going to be behind your back. So you're going to put your hand behind your back, here, roll, grab. You're learning to match your wrists together so they can work together. This one, again, this is less of a demonstration, or this is less of a tutorial, more to show you. Hands are always touching. Touch, touch. Looks like a contact move. Chain's wrapping around here, you're bouncing across your body. Left hand opens up. It's going to touch here. Twist out. Twist. There's so much more to show you, there always is. There's a lot of big things coming for 2014. Like I said, we're about to spin a lot more than just nunchucks. So keep with us, tell all your friends, subscribe, show me your videos, and be sure to join the Facebook page.